All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right there, 56. Double dog, that's the way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston. It's caught by Jackson. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Houston. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
57 colors, 57 colors. Motion, I got one. Echo. 56, Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now this throw caught left side. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check, check. Hey, 43.
Mahomes going to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Shay, 43, 15. 15. General, West.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and touchdown, Chiefs. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Yo, watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the 22, Winston. Will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
White now to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They run on first down with Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 2, Winston. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down. 3rd and long.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he floats one there, incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You can't block me. You ain't with me. You can't block me.
Hey, 57, 57.
Check.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now on first down. This is caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
First and goal.
Watch the shot.
50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Will Dissly, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Shepard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Ready. Move ready. Green, triple team.
Jameis now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
To throw, Winston. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Adrian Amos with a pick. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken very short.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the 1st half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know, the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run again with Jackson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking for Shepard deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking deep downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And Woods has it complete. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Ready?
On first down, Jackson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I got it.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're back now in KC. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26.
Let's go, baby.
A big play there for KC. 64 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey. Go on.
Here we go on fourth. Greer. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Corey Littleton able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Trying to improvise. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
Back to the air. Greer on second down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the carry, it's Jackson. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Jackson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch the edge. Check four.
Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Greer now, 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right
On the ball. On the ball.
That's a run. That's shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
No, go, go.
Good trap. Mike,
Hey.
50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Cut.
Go.
Cut.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
They snap it to Greer. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Ready. Check. 98 to Mike. Hey, let's get this. Get this.
On 1st down, Jackson. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball...